Behind the Scam, the show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm Brian Brushwood, but don't watch me. Check out Dan White on the Today Show.
All right, what are you going to show us today?
I'm going to show you something inspired by my show. I brought 3 books here, very famous books, and each one sort of represents my show. The first one, it's a Shining. My show takes place in a hotel. The second one is Da Vinci Code. It's a mystery. And the third one, of course, obviously,
a magician.
Right. So, Kathy Lee, I'd like you to choose a book.
I'm going to pick The Shining.
Perfect. There's about 454 pages.
Yeah.
And on each page, there's
hundreds of words.
I'd like you to take the book.
Okay.
I'd like you to open it to any page you want at all, and I want you to think of a big word, a really big word, something juicy.
Like gargantuan.
Right.
Okay,
like
let me look because I don't have my glasses. Now I can't see.
Can I help her?
Okay. You can help her.
No, I don't like that one. It's not good. Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay, remember it. Don't say it. Close the book. But you saw all the words were different, right? You could pick anyone, but you had one.
I almost forgot it.
Okay. I want you to think of just the first letter of that word. I want you to think of the first letter. I want you to think of an animal that begins with the first letter. An animal that begins with the first letter.
You just
Don't say it out loud.
Oh.
It's okay. Okay, you already said tiger, so that's fine.
Okay.
I won't try to guess that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to guess the whole word. Think of the whole word right now. I wrote something down on this piece of paper.
Okay. Yes.
Yes or no? Is that your word?
No. You knew it started with a T.
I did. But this actually means something.
Oh.
Earlier on in the day, I had a friend write something down on a piece of paper, sort of as a prediction. And I had him bring it here. Would you be impressed if your word was written on a sign outside?
We'd be flabbergasted.
Is that your word?
Well, it is. It is kind of.
I know that's not that impressive, but I want you to keep looking at the sign.
Okay.
For the first time, what was the word you were thinking of?
Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck.
Wow. Jaws dropping
We were the only two who knew it.
in the whole world.
Because
You didn't show it to the camera?
and we almost picked another word that you wanted.
I didn't like
way
it.
too long, and we chose that one.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was
Congratulations.
really great.
You want to see crazy stuff
Wow.
like that? Go this summer. Catch Dan White's show, The Magician, at the Nomad Hotel.
If you're a longtime viewer, you recognize my book test, and I'm super stoked to see it in action. Dan White is an amazing magician, and you should check out his show at the Nomad. And it is super flattering that when he wanted a routine to melt brains at the Today Show, he went with my book test. But what blows my mind is that he picked up my book test literally days ago, and yet he was able to master it in a matter of hours. The best part about this book test, not only was he able to customize his reveal, but it was only one of 3 different possible routines you can do with it. It's super versatile, something you can learn in hours, and it's so freaking good. The only downside to a book test this badass is that when something is best of breed like this, it costs money. But to celebrate the fact that Dan White just blew the brains out of America right out their eyeball sockets, I shouldn't have used such graphic imagery, we are going to... We're having a sale on the book test this week only. You can save 10% off each of the individual books, or if you buy all 3, you save a whopping 33% off. That's $400 of savings for the best book test in the world. Now, the supplies are limited, but it's satisfaction guaranteed. You're gonna love this thing as much as I do. And that's a lot. I love it more than my children, or my wife, or my dog. Especially my dog. I'm actually not very fond of my dog. Now, I hear you out there. You're like, Brian, I don't have hundreds of dollars to spend on a book test. I want the best book test in the world, but I don't want to spend any money. Number 1, quit being unreasonable. Number 2, fine, you can have it. Head on over to gimme.scamstuff.com, and in 1 week, we'll have a random drawing, and 3 lucky winners will get one of those books. Anyway, congratulations to Dan White for killing it, man. You did me proud. It was awesome seeing one of my routines on national TV. Good job, buddy. I love you like a brother. But not as much as my actual brother. Because we're like genetically related. He was on Scam.